Namaskaram. I'm Terry Phelan. You're watching me on Football Sports Malayalam. You've got a few questions for me, I gather, today, and hopefully I can answer your questions. Well, what a great question that is. My time at Manchester City was a fantastic time. Obviously there was a lot of pressure on me then because I did go for £2.5 million back in 1992, which was an awful lot of money for a full-back then. Manchester City was a great club. A lot of clubs come in for me at that. Barcelona was one of them, Manchester United was one of them, Ajax was one of them, and a few other clubs and all. But Manchester City was the only ones willing to pay the £2.5 million price fee back in then. Born in Manchester, with Irish parents. Listen, to everybody out there, I could have went there as a 12-year-old and decided not to go to Manchester City. I went to Leeds United because I thought I would have had a better chance of getting in the first team, which I did. So I made some great choices back then, and I ended up going to Manchester City and spending 3 wonderful years there. I opted to leave after 3 years. But other than that, it was a great fan base, great club, and you look at the way the club's going now at this present time. You know, with Pep Guardiola in there, and Mancini's been in there, Pellegrini's been in there, Mark Hughes has been in there. We've also got a wonderful academy there. I think it was great to be at Manchester City. Legends who I've played with. Well, I can tell you a few of them. Gianfranco Zola, Viale, Italian players, Ruud Gullit, the great Dutch player of the 80s and early 90s, Frank Leboeuf, the World Cup winning player, centre-back, come to Chelsea and all. And then again, I mentioned Mark Hughes as a manager and all for Manchester City. I played with him at Chelsea. You know, there were some wonderful players at Chelsea then, and wonderful players to be around. So I think back then, if you look at obviously the names I've just mentioned, there's some fantastic names there. Favourite player at Republic of Ireland? Well, there was a few, but I've got to say Paul McGrath was probably one of the best on the team at that present time. Centre-back, he was absolutely brilliant to play alongside. A monster of a defender, you know. He could tackle, he could head, he could pass the ball, he was strong, he was quick, he was aggressive. And then if you look at Roy Keane, he went to Manchester United, captain of Manchester United. We know what Roy Keane was all about, so he was another player there, but he's one of my favourite Irish players. A note on Indian football. Well, I think Indian football at this present time is going in the right direction. You've got the ISL, you've got the I-League. I know we've had 1 or 2 sticky moments with them 2 leagues. Should they join, should they not join? But I think on a whole it's going in the right direction with the coach education. It's very important that the coaches get more education. We want to play in World Cups. You know, the national team, they want to play in the World Cup. We will see that probably one day. We've had a U17's World Cup already. Obviously, the Women's World Cup has been postponed, obviously, because of the coronavirus and what's going on there. But I think facilities are getting better now. I'm the technical director for South United Football Club here in Bangalore, so I'm proud to be part of that, which was great. You know, obviously, you know, Indian football's got to keep growing. It's got to keep growing. Facilities have got to get better. Got to be more better coach education. Better coaches, better education means better players. My time at the Kerala Blasters was absolutely one I cherished. It was absolutely a fantastic time. I met some wonderful people down in Kerala. Obviously, building Kerala as the technical director then was something which it was a challenge. You know, going from state to state, looking at players, but then looking at players within Kerala and going from district to district and all. You know. Setting up academies all through Kerala, from Calicut right down to Trivandrum was great. And being the technical director of the football schools was great because it interacted with the young players, it interacted with the coaches. But then I got the call to be the manager for a month, interim manager. at Carroll Blasters first team, which I fully took on board, fully enjoyed it. The fans was absolutely brilliant. The fan base in Carroll is absolutely massive, especially for the Carroll Blasters. 65,000 fans in there, week in and week out, even though one wasn't doing the greatest. But it's a lovely place. I've met some wonderful people, like I said. Blasters can actually win the ISL. Maybe we can come to this year and we can they can get on there and win that now. So yeah, it's been a joy to answer the questions for you lot out there. And listen, we're in a situation at this present time with the coronavirus. I hope people stay safe, stay indoors, wash their hands, be smart about where you go, be bright where you go. It will pass over, and hopefully I see you again. Thank you very much. From me, Terry Phelan, goodbye.